for me today?
Hi guys, so I'm back, and as I promised you last week, today we're going to talk about the hottest topic on the market and a global concern, and that is aging. It's quite funny nowadays because people tend to live a lot longer, yet when you live longer, your obsession to look younger for longer increases, hence the demand for your anti-aging products, the anti-wrinkle creams, lotions and potions on the market. And I'm willing to guess that you as a consumer are spoiled for choice, in the sense that there's just so much on the market. What works? What doesn't work? What's a myth? What's a quick fix? Should I do a medical procedure? Should I get the Botox? Should I just be doing my facials? So today, I'm going to give you a little bit of a skin health lesson. And I'm going to be teaching you firstly how your skin ages. And there's actually 3 ways in which your skin ages. Today we're going to address it topically in terms of what happens outside. And next week, because we're breaking this into 2 segments because there's so much to talk about, next week I'm going to talk to you about the chemical reactions within the skin that contributes to those wrinkles that you're seeing on the skin. So, the first thing I want to quickly educate you on is the fact that aging is no longer a case of a binge on vanity. It really is a skin health issue, and it's because of our lifestyles today that actually contributes to and accelerates the aging process. Whether you want to believe me or not, factors like stress directly contribute to a 90% increase in aging on your skin. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be taking you through Dermalogica's take on aging, how we understand it, how we aim to treat it, and then I'm going to address the way in which your skin ages. So let's talk about aging in Dermalogica. At Dermalogica, our #1 rule for the prevention of aging is the wearing of your SPF, your sunblock or your sun protection. It is non-negotiable. It is your first line of defense. And as a consumer, we tend to think the only time we should be wearing a sunscreen is when we go to the beach. Can I just tell you today and bust a myth that you need to wear an SPF every single day of your life, including a cloudy, rainy day. UV rays still penetrate and contribute to that aging process. So as South Africans, in the second most harshest climate in this world, our sun is vicious, and your first line of protection from aging, from pigmentation, from any sort of sun associated skin concern is that you need to wear regular SPF on a daily basis. I'm not going to talk too much on SPF today because it's a topic on its own, but feel free to leave comments at the bottom on what you'd like to know further about an SPF, and I'll be very happy to address it. But we're definitely going to do another webisode on the importance of SPF, what SPF, etc. That's just not deterring. So let's get back to sun and aging. So at Dermalogica, like I said, wearing an SPF is your first line of defense. It's non-negotiable, and it's prevention that's much better than cure. Our second take on aging is that we at Dermalogica don't believe in anti-wrinkle and anti-age formulas. There's no such thing. Anti-wrinkle means no wrinkles. Anti-age cream means no aging. Aging is a natural process. You can't stop it. But at Dermalogica, we help to reduce the rate at which somebody ages. We can directly influence that. We can reduce how quickly you're aging. And that we do in 2 means. Topical preparations of very active formulas that address the chemical reactions, and prevention in the form of SPF, like I've already mentioned. So we're going to give you a very realistic approach, and again, I'm going to definitely encourage you to come in and see the team at Jenny Eels so you can get your first-hand face map skin analysis, taking you through the intensity of treatments you would require. But let's go back to the theory. How does your skin age? Today we're going to address the topical ways in which your skin ages. And the first way in which a person ages is called intrinsic or genetic aging. And this is something that unfortunately cannot be avoided. So here again, you can say, thanks mom, thanks dad, because this is what you've inherited. Now, how do you get, or how do you, the consumer, diagnose intrinsic aging? Intrinsic aging, it's a very simple way. I need you to go back to your families, and I need you to basically take a look at all the familiar traits within their skins. So in some families, you all might exhibit, you know, those smiley fine lines or crow's feet around the eyes. I call them smiling eyes. So when you smile, you have these smiley eyes. I know in my family personally, we have the sagging cheeks, and I hate it because you end up with these really deep nasolabial folds, and I feel like my cheeks are falling to the ground. But that is something I've inherited, and it's a very common trait in my family, and that's how we age. Some families you'll see the necklace lines, some families you get the frown lines that are very evident. So that's what you've genetically inherited, a familiar trait that you will see. The good news is it only contributes to 10% of the aging process. The sad and the bad news is you're stuck with it. I can't change it, I can't make it stop. You've genetically inherited it. And that's one way in which you age, a small way, but a way. The other way in which a person ages is called extrinsic aging, and that is external aging. So what do we subject ourselves to on a daily basis that increases and accumulates and speeds up the aging process? Factors like your sun exposure. If you're living in Durban, you're going to have an extended period of sun exposure. Smoking, alcohol, stress, massive contributing factor. So it's all of these accumulated factors in your lifestyle that very sadly contributes to 90% of the aging process. The good news is that it's 100% preventative. So if you start making lifestyle changes, already you can reduce the effect of what you're doing and how it's showing up on your skin in terms of wrinkles, fine lines, saggy skin, and all those associated conditions that we call aging. So that's just the first part of today's segment. The good news is, a few skincare tips for you. Keep your skin well hydrated. A more well hydrated skin is a more plumped out skin. It's already going to reduce the rate of aging, or the effect, or the visual effect of aging. Second tip for you, and like I've already said, please wear your SPF on a daily basis, every single day. If I say it again and again, you cannot leave your home without an SPF. So start rubbing that SPF on, guys, and I'm going to catch you next week when we're going to talk about chemical reactions and what's happening within the skin that contributes and adds to what you've learned about today. Please feel free to leave your comments, subscribe, like this page, and I will see you next week. Ciao.
Awesome. Thank you, Jan.